I'm going to tell you the funniest story ever. Woody's is every lesson, for better or for worse, that I've ever experienced in my life. Right up this little Task Street, South Task Street, you go up about a block. There was a gal that lived there. Her name was Eileen. I get a letter, certified letter in the mail from this gal, Eileen. She said, I'm going to turn you into attorney general and all this crap. You're ruining our lives and you're destroying our community and your car wash is noisy and I'm calling all the radio stations, television stations. I was like, oh my God. So her address is on the letter. I go rolling up Task Street and I hit the door.
Damn, you pulled up on her.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the woman wouldn't talk to me, you know. And I'm looking around there and I hear this screen door slam across the way. Bam! And I look out there, and here comes this gal, boy. She's just steaming out across the yard. And she come over, and she says, what are you doing? I said, I'm here to talk to Eileen. And she goes, yeah. I said, well, who are you? She goes, I'm her neighbor.
Damn.
And I was like, oh, my God, big dog over there barking behind the fence. So this little lady come out the back, and I said, are you Eileen? She goes, yeah. I said, Eileen. I said, I'm Don Phillips. I said, this is about the most god-awful letter I think I've ever gotten. And she goes, well, yeah. I wrote that letter because you opened that car wash down there, and all we listen to is your dryers blowing all the time, and it's making all this racket, and we can't sleep, and you're destroying the quality of life in our neighborhood, and yada, yada, yada. And I said, well, Eileen, my car wash is a whole whopping block from your house. I said, Eileen, why don't you just walk down the street and say, Mr. Phillips, I can't sleep. Your car wash is making too much racket. And she looked at me like I'd hit her in the head. And I said, I'll tell you what you do. Y'all come on down there next Saturday morning. Let's hash this out. Let's fix this problem. So you girls bring your cars over here. Let's wash some cars together. Let me show you how this all works. Well, we spent about an hour there. Buddy, by the time we finished that, we had rolled out a whole plan to go in there and put sound abatement material in there. I said, look, I didn't know, Eileen.
Right.
Now, here's the cool part of this story. I had just finished a 1955 F-100 pickup truck. And I put a big old decal on the side of that thing. Woody's Wash Shack, clean team. And I put, just like the race car drivers do, I put on the door of it, Eileen. When things would get slow, we'll pile the boys in the back of that thing, and we ride through the streets around our car washes, and we pick up litter out of the street. That gal, it just broke her heart. And she became the biggest brand ambassador for Woody's Wash Shack. People would start ranting on us in next door, and old Eileen would jump in there and say, whoa, whoa, whoa. She became one of Woody's biggest fans. When we were doing the next car wash at the other end of Gandy, and people were jumping on next door, hating on us, oh, she'd go in there. She'd go in there like a pit bull and say, whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't understand who you're dealing with. These people are local. This is a family-owned business. They care about our community. Let me tell you about that.